I can't hear you, teacher.
How are you, 8 คน
Okay. So sorry. I turn on another Zoom waiting for you guys. That is why I was. How come you're not coming in? Turn out. I turn on another room, so that's totally different. That's why you guys cannot get in. Okay, how are you this morning?
I'm fine, thank you. And
fine.
you? Thank you. And you?
Good. Nobody got sick or anything, right? Right? Get sick.
Yes.
Right, that's great. Be careful out there. Really bad case of COVID everywhere now. All right, here as we are here now. Today we are going to study lesson 9. Unit 2, lesson 9. We will need a class book. Okay, we'll need a class book.
ใส่เข้าไปเรื่อย
Please turn to
ๆ
page.
ความได้เข้าอ่ะ
Please turn to page. What page is it? 18. Pave painting. Okay. Activity book, lesson 9, page 18. This one is cave painting. I think you all know cave, right? That's where the 13 boys
เอาเข้าลิงก์ใหม่ดู
remember the stories like 2 or 3 years ago that 13 boys got stuck in a cave. Here, I'd like to show you what is cave painting. Okay, what is cave painting first? Let's watch the video.
This cave mouth in northern Spain has been inhabited for 150,000 years.
150,000 years. That's a really long time. This one is people who work on the cave. Try to looking for a clue as the archaeologists. These are the archaeologists.
There's basic shelter here and safety. But from time to time, they left the light behind and headed into the dark. In these caves, you see the transition from just surviving to living, to observing the world, to enjoying it. There were gatherings here, people coming together to make art, and not just any old art, but specific representations of particular animals and particular symbols. So in these caves, we see the beginnings of superstition, the beginnings of an appreciation that there's not just a present, there's a past, and there's a future. These early artists were leaving messages to future generations. and the one that speaks loudest lies far deeper into the darkness.
That's a handprint of someone 100,000 years ago. They think it's belonged to the little
This
girl.
handprint was made by a child at least 35,000 years ago. It's thought it was made by a little girl. She would have done the painting by taking paint and blowing it through her hand onto the wall of the cave. Now, she would have had a basic understanding of her future. She'd have known that the seasons pass. Maybe she even looked forward to coming back to this cave one day. Leaving her mark upon the wall suggests she had started down the road of understanding time and how it stretched out into the future.
Okay. So these are the caves that, you know, in Spain. Have you ever been to the cave before? In Thailand, maybe? Have you ever been to the cave before, inside the cave? It's really dark, okay? So that's what it is. But today at our lessons, when you watch the, when you see the page 18, it doesn't represent good enough. This one is the most famous cave in the world, which is in France. It's called Lascaux Cave. Okay, look at this one. What do you think where it is? This is inside the cave. Okay, this is inside the cave. And they made it look like a museum to you, but it's not the museum, it's the cave. Look at the painting, compare with the person. It's big, and they write it on the wall, on the ceilings, and everything. Now, the next video, I'm going to take you to Lascaux Cave.
Woolly mammoths, steppe bison, and other large mammals once roamed alongside people across Eurasia. Tens of thousands of years later, we may have a glimpse into this Ice Age world through the cave art left behind by early humans. Around 400 art-filled caves and shelters, predominantly located in France and Spain, have been discovered so far. Some of the most elaborate prehistoric artwork exists in caves in France, known as Lascaux Grotto and Chauvet-Pont d'Arc. Cave art dates as far back as 65,000 years ago to the time of the Neanderthals. Though radiocarbon dating and other methods have revealed most art to be less than 40,000 years old and created by Homo sapiens. The majority of cave art depicts animals that humans would have encountered or hunted during the Ice Age, such as mammoths, horses, lions, aurochs, and deer. Some human figures and other symbols have also been discovered. Cave paintings were mostly created with red or black pigments made from rocks. Some artworks were painted directly onto cave walls, while some were first engraved into the stone with tools. Occasionally, the artists would follow the natural contours of the stone walls to accentuate an animal's features.
That's really beautiful.
Ever since the late 1800s, people have debated the meaning and purpose of cave art. Some scholars think cave paintings were created by shamans who would go deep into caves and enter a trance-like state, drawing animals they encountered in the spirit world. Symbols repeated across artworks may indicate that those symbols had agreed upon meanings among the artists. Thus, perhaps cave art also represents the earliest form of graphic communication.
This one, the graphic communication, because back then, remember, prehistoric people cannot write. They didn't invented the writing yet. That's why they doing symbols and stuff instead of, you know, writing?
In reality, cave art may have been created for a variety of reasons. While we may never know with absolute certainty why cave art was made or the meaning behind individual paintings, these works give us insight into the evolving minds of our prehistoric ancestors and the world in which they lived. By one view, cave artists were prehistoric naturalists. Their detailed drawings may teach us about the appearance and behavior of animals that have long been extinct. But perhaps more significant, a part of our never-ending quest to find out who we are and where we came from, cave art may provide evidence of a time when humans were first able to etch their thoughts in stone.
Right, I think this video provide a better idea what it looked like in the Lascaux cave than just one page of a few pictures there. It doesn't look that great. Look at this one. I was mesmerized by that. It's just like, how could they climb up there on the ceiling and drew all those, you know, those paintings were way over how many years ago? over 17,000 years ago. And the colors were preserved that way. That's amazing. All right, before we get into the article that we gonna look and listen, what is continent? The Earth has 7 continents, right? North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, and Australia. What continent are we on right now? What continent? Europe?
Asia.
Asia, right? Asia. But the cave that we were watching right now, it's on Europe in France. Okay, let's go to page 18, everyone. You will have to listen and repeat. Okay, listen and repeat.
Listening 1.32.
Sorry, not listen and repeat. Listen and read. Okay, listen and read along. Don't say it out loud. Read silently.
Listen, read, and check your answers.
Stone Age people were artists. They painted pictures on the walls of their caves. People have discovered cave paintings in every continent except Antarctica. This painting is in the Lascaux Caves in France. It is about 17,000 years old. There are hundreds of paintings on the walls and the ceilings of the caves. How did Stone Age people paint? They had red, black, yellow, and brown paints. They made their paints by mixing powdered rock and water. They mixed paints together to make different colors. They didn't have brushes. They painted with sticks, feathers, and bones. It was dark in the caves. They used lamps made of rock. What did the cave artists paint? Cavemen painted the animals they could see around them. In Stone Age caves, you can see pictures of lots of animals, like bison, deer, and horses. You can sometimes see handprints in Stone Age paintings. This is a handprint from the Lascaux Caves. Perhaps it is the handprint of the artist. Why did Stone Age people paint? We can't answer this question, but we can make some guesses. Perhaps they painted for their gods. Perhaps they wanted to tell stories with their pictures. What do you think?
Right. What do you think? Why did they paint the picture in the cave? Could it be they're doing it for their god? or some people believe that, you know, that's an alien from outer space coming down to Earth and start to draw. Or maybe they just want to record their history, you know, by writing whatever they encountered back in the day, any kind of animals. From the article, we have, you know, discovered cave paintings in every continent, except for which continent that doesn't have cave paintings? Which continents that doesn't have cave paintings? It's Antarctica. Antarctica doesn't have a cave painting. I think it's because look at the picture down below. Here is Antarctica. It's probably too cold for people in the before prehistoric, you know, the Stone Age people probably not migrate there. It's too cold for them to make a living out of it. So that's why. How many colors did Stone Age people use or have? How many colors?
They had red, black, yellow, and brown paint.
Black, yellow, and brown. Where did the color come from?
With stick, they paint with stick. Rather,
How did it come from? Rock.
And water.
Yes. They paint the picture and the colors from rock. Okay, that's all they could find, right? So that's why the color is only down to 4 colors: red, black, yellow, and brown. I think it's very creative of them. Anyways, look at what I'm circle. What is that? What is the green circle? What do you call the green circle?
Bone.
Good. What about the yellow circle? What do you call that?
Feather.
Feather. Feather. And the last one is the stick. Good. They make, right, they use these 3 kind of things to paint. They use bones. They probably broke it, you know, into pieces at the end and then start to make it like a paintbrush. I don't know, sticks as well, you know. But I used to see a real person painted with the sticks for real. They say you have to use a certain kind of tree and took its sticks and then, you know, start to pound on it and then it's make like a little blister and then you start to paint it like a brush. And then you say in the cave it was dark, right? But they know how to make fire. So they say they use lamps made of rock. So here is the lamp that made of rock. Look at this. I also Google more to see, get the picture. This one. That's a rock. They probably try to find the right kind of rock that has like something like caved in to put the fire on. So I think they're pretty smart. So what did the cave artist paint? What did they paint? All the animals, right? All the animals. Do you know bison? Bison. Yeah.
It's a yak.
York. Similar, but the bison is like a big buffalo that has hair because it lives in the cold weather, cold climate. They need hair to protect them from the cold weather. We still have the bison though, but not in our country, but they live in the cold countries. We still don't know why the Stone Age people paint, but maybe someday we will in the future. Now go up on your page, read the question and answer yes or no. Give you 3 minutes. Please let me know when you finish. Finish, okay. All right, number 1, did Stone Age people make paintings in the houses? In houses, yes or no?
Yeah. Yes.
In
No.
houses? No.
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 No. No.
They make paintings.
No.
They do it in the cave, right? Number 2, are there cave paintings in Africa?
No.
Are there cave? Yes.
Yes.
The only continent that doesn't have cave paintings is Antarctica, remember? Antarctica doesn't have cave paintings because it's too cold. Number 3, could Stone Age people make different colors?
Yes.
Yes. As we can see in the picture, and they also said in the article as well that they have 4 colors together, right? Number 4, did they have green paint?
No.
Oh,
No. No.
paint, right? Did they use brushes?
No.
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 They only use feathers, bones, or sticks. Okay. And did they have lamps?
No.
No.
Yes, they have
No.
lamps that made of rock. Remember that I show you? That one they call it lamp, made out of rock. Did they paint pictures of horses?
No. No.
Yes. If you go back and read the article, you will find out that they paint pictures of horses, bison, deers, and stuff. Did they make a handprint? Did they make handprints? Handprints?
Yes.
Yes. Right. So would you like to go to visit this cave? Would you like to go to visit this cave, the Lascaux cave? No, no response. I would like to go there someday when the COVID is over. Right. I think today lessons is this. That is it. Do you have any questions regarding
No.
today? No. Okay. Today still no no homework, but I'd like you to go back and read the cave paintings again because it will be in the unit test 2, which is coming up soon. I think we will have the test on next week. Okay, next week. This week is not, I don't have enough time, but next week, get ready for unit 2 test. It's an open book, but however, I like you to prepare. Okay, so is there any questions? Any more questions?
No.
No, okay. All right. I hope you stay home and stay safe. Do not caught anything. All right, that's very great. You got all of you, 38 people here. That's great. All right. I will see you again tomorrow. Okay?
Tomorrow Friday.
Yes. Same time tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Have a great
Bye, teacher.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. See you next time.
See you tomorrow. Same time.